y'all, I'm Elisa and I am the Scrappy Wife behind scrappywife.com, and today I have kind of a fun process video for you. I am going to make a mini album for my daughter. I recently got several pieces of the GRL PWR line from Damask Love. I love her. I love all the bright colors and I love the design and the thought behind this particular line. So it was one of my presents for my birthday. I'm anxious to dive in and use it. So right here I have the 6x8 pad, 2 sets of stickers. These are the puffy stickers, and then these are the faux enamel pin stickers, which I love. And then these are the mini cards and envelopes, and these are what I am going to use as the basis for my mini album. I've printed out several pictures of my daughter that I'm going to include as part of this album. And otherwise, I will put you on fast forward. Everything I use, I'll make sure to link below. Let's go. The first step that I am doing is I'm going to sort through these mini cards, and they are 3x3, and basically I am putting one into the other to make an accordion style book. And I'm just being really careful to make sure that all the cards are facing upwards, and I'm switching around colors and just kind of changing up what the cards look like as they come in and out of each other. And now I'm counting the spaces for pictures and decide I want one more space for a picture, so put that in. And what it does is create what I call an infinity book, because it's this accordion style. As you flip through it, once you get to the last page, it starts flipping again, so it can keep going and going and it never stops. Next step is to adhere the pages together, or the cards together, and you'll notice that I'm only putting adhesive on 3 sides, leaving the top each time without any adhesive. Now, this isn't necessary. If you want to make just a really simple mini album, you can just put tape on all 4 sides, paste in your pictures, and then you can call it a day, and it's still a gorgeous mini album. However, I'm going to add another little detail to it. So I wanted to leave that top open so that it would effectively make a pocket for each card. So when the cards meet, there is now a pocket at the top that I'll be able to insert something into later. And now I'm putting in all of my pictures. They printed slightly large, so I just have to trim off a little bit. I'm really careful when I'm trimming because I want it to completely fill each side of that mini album, but I don't want to cut the edges, because some of the edges have this beautiful colored edge because it's the outside of the card. So I actually have to turn my scissors ever so slightly to the right as I'm trimming. That way it gets a clean cut for the photo but does not cut the card that it is adhered to, if that makes sense. So just cutting down the photos, fitting them all in. And like I said, this is a really easy way to make a mini album, and you could just leave it at this and call it a day. It would be so cute, so fun to flip through. You could add a few little handwritten notes or something like that, and really the whole process this far would just take about 15 minutes, maybe, including printing out these photos on your home printer. It is super easy. That's what I love about these little mini cards. It's a really fun way to add interest to a project, and it does not take too much to do. Once that last picture is trimmed off, then the base of my little mini album is done, and you can see you just flip through, keep going, and all these sweet pictures of my daughter are ready to go. Now I have the 6x8 paper pad from Damask Love, and I just love the style. It's bright and it's colorful, girl power, all kinds of skin tones represented. I just really love this line and was super excited to get some to play with. So what I'm doing is just trimming out pieces of paper, and I am making tags. I'm using my tag die cut to kind of roughly estimate the size I'm going to need. Yes, I could trace it out and not waste any paper, but trying to speed through this project, and I'm going to create 5 different tags, and I just picked some fun, colorful papers that really spoke to me. And then on the opposite side of that, after I trim off this one, picking the section that I want, I'll trim that one off, and then of course save the rest of the paper, put it in with the album. I pick out a couple of different backings for the paper, this light pink and then a bluish backing that it's a bluish teal that's picked up in those particular papers that I chose from the GRL PWR line. Here I am roughly tracing the inside of the tag die onto the solid paper. I'm wanting to add some girl power quotes, and I'm going to use my typewriter to do so. It is much easier to put a full sheet of paper through my typewriter than it is to put these tiny tags, because these are some of the smallest tag dies that I have. So I'm just roughly tracing it in pencil, and then what I will do is run these through my typewriter, type out the quotes that I wanted to include, and then use my die cut, my metal die, to cut out these tags. And afterwards I'll be able to erase the pencil, and then it'll look like I typed directly on the tag, which I did, but I just did it before it was cut out. I use a little bit of washi tape to just make sure the metal die stays where I want it to, and put it through my die cutting machine. I have the Jane Davenport Deep Sea die cutting machine, which I happen to love because it's such a bright, fun color. It's mermaid theme. I mean, what is to not love? And look at the plates that you use for die cutting. They're hot pink. That's just all about the color. So I run all of those through the machine, and then I have the backs of all my tags. Now that they are all cut out, I will just go around the edges and erase all of those pencil marks. Of course, you don't want those showing. And I loved collecting these quotes for my daughter. I love mini albums recently. I think it's so fun because you can complete a project in such a small amount of time. Full-on scrapbooking can really take a lot of time, and it's worth it for sure. But every now and then you want a project that you can just sit down and do in an hour, or sit down in an afternoon. And this is really special. My daughter, of course, like everyone in America, is home from school and missing her friends. And this was just a fun little pick-me-up to be able to give her and have some inspiring quotes that she could read. She could add on to this if she wanted. She could add in her own tags with her own little quotes. There's all kinds of ways that you can use this. And I would just really suggest, if you need a pick-me-up, or you have a daughter that might need a little pick-me-up, check out this Girl Power line from Damask Love. It's available at Joann's stores, and I just got it for my birthday recently and just love the bright colors. It is perfect to bring a little joy into your life. Now I just have to trim out all of these tags, and then I will get my hole punch and punch through. The tag die setting die cut set that I was using earlier does have one that punches a hole, but I found when I'm piecing two tags together, it really works better to just hand punch those holes. I trim each tag just a little bit on the bottom because all I want sticking out is just the very tip of it. So I trim the first one and then use it as the template for the rest, and then the tags are ready to go. Next comes the super fun part of any project, and that would be the embellishing. When my husband gave me some of this line for my birthday, I was actually super sad that I didn't get the paper ephemera pieces. And I was all about, the 12 by 12 paper pad. I thought that was great. But when I looked closer, it is a 12 by 12 project pad, and that is so awesome. So there's this page of stickers all on the front, just tons and tons of stickers, and then throughout the whole paper pad there are different sets of paper pieces that you pop out. So it's basically the ephemera pieces, or a variety of ephemera pieces. There's all kinds of projects. This is awesome. I have never had a project pad like this before, and really enjoyed getting to flip through it and take out some of the different paper pieces. There's all kinds of ready to make projects, which is just perfect for this time of year when kids are home. As we're approaching summer, they want things to do. These are some easy pieces that they can use and put together. You see, I grabbed, these are the faux enamel pin stickers, and I think the little metallic accents really add a lot. And I really liked the paper pieces that I was able to stretch across a couple of the different squares. So I thought it added an interest when it kind of connected the two squares together. And this is just the fun part. I didn't really worry too much about, where the placement was, balance, and any of that. I just had fun sticking pieces down. This is a great, easy craft project. And for me, crafting should be easy. It should be empowering and fun to do, and it shouldn't take a ton of thought process, which I love. So again, just embellishing, working my way through this album, adding bits and pieces here and there, and enjoying every moment of it. I would love to hear if you make mini albums. At first, I thought mini albums were just for specific events or like a trip or something, but I like creating these ones that don't necessarily have a theme. They're just a random collection of pictures of my daughter, and it's just a fun little glimpse into this time period in our lives. And like I said, it was fun because it really just took an hour in the afternoon, and that was it. I'm even able to kind of fussy cut out on this particular 12 by 12 that has this beautiful metallic foil that I wanted to add in right there. And that's the main part of my album. You can see, look how just cute and sweet it is. But I decided I want to create something that will help it to stay closed. I have pulled out a 12 by 12 piece of paper here with some metallic foiling on it, and I'm making a score mark at 1 inch and at 2 inches just to mark off where I want that strip to be. And what I'm going to do is basically make a band that will go around the album that you'll be able to slide on and off to keep it together. So I want to make it look kind of like a thick piece of washi tape. So I'm putting adhesive right here, folding it over on itself. So I have a 1 inch strip of paper. I wanted it to be double-sided so it would have a little bit more strength. That's not really necessary. So if you want to save a little bit of paper, you just need a 1 inch strip. And then you can see I have my album right here. I'm going to pull back in the scoring board. I lay that down, and then I'm just kind of eyeing where the middle is. I'm not being real specific, and I'm marking with my scoring tool with the bone folder right there so it folds to be the exact size of the album. And then the album is about 1/2 inch thick. So based on where I did my first score marks, just double checking right there, I move out 1/2 inch and do another score mark on either side. So now I have the width there, and then I'm just going to trim up these top pieces to make sure that it can fold in itself. You can see me, I'm struggling a little bit. I'm like, how do I trim this? Okay, there it goes. And then trimming off this piece just a bit, and then I will adhere it together again with a tape runner. Plenty of adhesive because I want it to be strong, so I cover that completely, fold it over right there, and then it's just a band that will slide right around. Look how cute it is. Last thing is one last little embellishment, and then this little mini album is completely done. Okay, here's the final product. I think it came out so cute. I love it. So you have this piece that holds it closed. You can slide it off pretty easily. And you can see it's kind of a little flip book. So she could have it out on her desk. She can flip through it. It also kind of serves as one of those infinity books that just keeps going and going. And then of course it has the little tags inside with motivational quotes, fun stickers. I think she is going to love it. And I think it's so fun to make things for others that'll really pick them up. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I have links to all the supplies I use down below, so make sure to check those out. And I also have a link to my newsletter that goes out every couple weeks with crafty tips and organization hacks, so check that out as well. I hope that you have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.